Welcome back, everybody. Absolutely gorgeous sunshine today, fairly mild weather. You know, the satellite is on and so is the radar, but there is just not a cloud over us nor much of Texas, as you see right about there. In fact, you'll notice that it's some stormy weather on the west coast and a little bit happening out there on the northeast coast. So let me tell you something. Winter is taking a vacation. As far as we're concerned, I'm thinking it's pretty much over. But for the rest of the country, for the next at least 7 to 10 days, they're going to be in very mild weather, not winter at all, because we have a pattern change. The West Coast is now going to be seeing, remember last year they had like 5 big, huge storms coming in at the same time? Well, that's what they're going to be looking at for the next 2 weeks. And so the West Coast is going to be under rain, wind, and snow, but that is also going to make mild weather for much of us on this side of the Rockies. So it's a big pattern change happening. As far as we've got, the only problem we had over the weekend was the elevated rivers, the Guadalupe here in Victoria. If you drove down south Moody Street down toward the river, you can see how it was out of its banks. But look at this, we're right here. It's already begun to drop, and in a day or so, it'll pretty much be back to bank full. This is the river, the Guadalupe at Bloomington, but you know, it's not in the city, the river. So the good news is that all that lowland area will start draining off in the next day or so, so things are settling down. In fact, we have one, that's the Guadalupe for us, up the Navidad, and of course we've got other rivers for Louisiana and Texas. But as far as we're looking at very quiet weather. Overnight, well, that's currently. Let's go to tonight. There's tomorrow morning at about 45, not as cold, but rather chilly if you're going out with the dog early. But then tomorrow, 68, 70 degrees. You know, today I couldn't decide, am I cold or do I need the air condition? It's just one of those, you're back and forth. So it all depends on where you're standing, I guess. Let's take a look at the big picture. We got Future Tracker. You see some high-level clouds coming in, but that's not going to be any kind of a problem as far as we're concerned. We're looking all the way to Tuesday here, and still we've got minimum of cloud cover, but here's where you see the cloud cover. West Coast, places like Phoenix are going to be flooding by the end of this week. I'm not kidding. This is going to be the look. So high pressure there and high pressure over us. The little front is not the big one. That's going to drop southeast. There is going to be what protects us for a couple of days, and then there it comes. Monstrous West Coast storm coming through the Rockies. It eventually loses a lot of its energy over there, but that's the front that's going to come through here on Saturday with a little bit of rain before it clears out. But for them, it's going to be a big deal. And there you see another one. Oh, now we got a little time. That's storm number 2, and then storm number 3. And boy, I'll tell you, they're going to be in the middle of winter all on the West Coast for about, like I said, about 2 weeks. So that's going to be a big one. Now let's take a look at our local forecast. For those of you in Port Lavaca, gorgeous day coming up. A little cloudy in the morning, but sunshine in the afternoon, and you'll get up to about 70 degrees, about 69, 70 in Cuero. And as I said, we'll be on the sunny side of things all the way till Friday night when a little rain happens, and then Saturday is when we have that 50% chance as that front comes through. That's your 7-day forecast. We do have a QR code. If you scan that, you can put Crossroads Today right on